Assalamu alaikum, my students. I hope you all are doing well. I am Ramsha Farooq once again with you with a new topic today, which is voices, active voice, and passive voice. Right? So, let's begin. What are voices? The voice of a verb tells whether the subject of a sentence perform or receive the action. Right? We are having two types of voices, which is active voice and passive voice. Now, types of voices, as I've told before, active voice and passive voice. Now, what the active voice do? Active voice tells us what subject does, and passive voice basically we are focusing on the action more than a doer, right? Next. Now, what is the active voice? In the active voice, the subject performs the action expressed by the verb. Like in active voice, we talk about subject or a doer of an action, right? Here's the structure: subject plus verb plus object. It is a simple sentence structure which we have done before and many other times in grammar. Like for example, here we are having Rahim sings a song. It is a simple sentence with a simple example. Rahim sings a song. Now let's move towards the passive voice. And then after that, I will be telling you how we can change active voice into passive voice. Okay. Now, passive voice. In passive voice, subject receives the action expressed by the verb. Initially, what we used to say that a subject is a doer and object is a receiver. It is happening here as well. But in passive voice, we are giving more importance and focusing more on the object rather than the subject. In active voice, we focus more on the subject. But here, we are focusing more on the object, right? Let's move towards the structure. Now here the structure is object plus auxiliary verb plus verb third form plus preposition plus subject. Now most of you will be getting confused, right? How this structure happened. As in active voice we were doing like subject, verb and object simply, and how in passive voice this happens and the structure completely change. First check out the example, then I will be explaining you how it becomes like this. Okay, example here. A song is sung by Rahim, right? So this is the example here. Now let's check how can we change active into passive voice. Active into passive voice in present tense. Clear? Okay. Now here we are having an example, similar example as we have done it before, and I am giving you a detailed description here and explanation as well. Here, Rahim sings a song, right? First, just recall here what is a subject, right? Subject is a person or a thing we are talking about or who is performing an action, right? So, and what is a verb basically? An action, right? And what is an object? A person or a thing on which action is done upon, or a receiver of an action is an object. This is simple and we have recorded it as well. Okay, now first just understand what is a subject, verb, and object in a sentence. Now, here, who was doing the action? Rahim was doing the action. So, who was performing the action? If Rahim is performing the action, so Rahim is a subject, right? Now, if Rahim is a subject, what he is doing? He sings. So, sings is a verb as it is an action. Now, what he is singing? What he is singing a song. So, first of all, sings is the first form of verb and a song is a object here. Clear? I think it is clear up till here, right? Now, let's move towards the other thing. Acha, one more thing. A lot of people assume that the last word of a sentence is an object. In a sentence, the last verb is an object. But whenever you are confused, or if you want to know either the object is present or not in a sentence, ask two questions. As I have already told you in my previous video of transitive and intransitive verbs, that how you can find either the object is available in a sentence or not. So I am repeating it again. Just you need to know answer of two questions: what and whom, which is like that. Question number one: on what is the action is done, or on whom is the action done? Like what and whom, we need to know the answer of what and whom, that's it. And if you find the answer of these two questions, that means the object is available in a sentence, right? Now this is a, here we are having the structure of active voice. Now how the structure change and how it happens, let's check it out. Okay, now what happened here? Here we have some kind of certain rules to change the active into passive voice, and we have to follow that as well. So we have to, what we have to do is we have to interchange. How can we interchange? Here the subject will become object, right? And the object will become subject, right? As I told you before, in passive voice, we give more importance to the object rather than the subject. So here we are changing active into passive. So we have to interchange subject to object and object to subject. So here subject becomes an object and object becomes a subject, right? So here, as we said that the subject becomes an object. So first let's put things like that. What was Rahim? Rahim was a subject. Why? He was doing that work. He was doing that action, right? So, if we are interchanging, Rahim became the object, right? And now, what happened next? A song. So, what we have done is we interchange Rahim and song. We interchange from object to subject and subject to object, right? Now, next is what happened to the verb. Now, when we are changing active voice into passive voice, to change it into passive voice, we have to change the first form of verb into third form of verb. So, what is the third form of the verb? Third form of sings? The third form of sings is sung. So, what happened here? We have changed this into third form. So, what happened here? A song, sung, rahim. That doesn't make any sense here, right? So, and does it hold any meaning as well? So, to give a sense into a sentence, we need to add some connecting verbs, some helping verbs, which are like, and one more thing. First, remember this as well. Like, if you are changing a present tense into active present tense into a passive voice, so you don't need to change the tense. Remember, no need to change the tense. You will not change any tense. Like if the a sentence in active voice is a present tense, so you have to make it a passive voice in present tense. You cannot do that. If the sentence is a present tense, active sentence is a present tense, and you can change it into past tense, no, it is wrong. You cannot do it like that. So if you are changing active into passive, so the tense should be similar. So what happen is here, as to connect the two words, we need a helping verb. So here is, if we say a song is sung, so it is holding a meaning, slightly a meaning, right? So what is here is the auxiliary verb. What auxiliary verb is? It is simply a supporting or a helping verb which connects a sentence or which connect two words to create a meaning in it, right? A song is sung, okay? It is holding some kind of meaning here, right? Now what happened next? A song is sung. What is next? What is here in between? There is nothing here. a song is sung, rahim, what is? Does it hold any meaning? We have to add something more, right? To add something more to tell what who has done the action, we need to add something here. We need to add a preposition. So what we are adding here is we are adding by here. So a song is sung by Rahim. It is holding a complete meaning. So if we change it into a question, who sung the song? A song is sung by Rahim. So the subject or a doer, you are finding the answer of whom? Doer. You are finding the answer of who doer here. So here as well you are having the answer, right? The subject became an object, object became a subject. The concept lies in here, right? So by is what? A preposition. So as initially in the previous slides, as I told you before about the structure, so this is how it is: a song, object plus auxiliary verb, verb third form, preposition, and subject. This is how it is all created, right? So video, please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon on the top of the page so that you can get more informative and interesting content. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.